Hello guys, this is Jason from Team That Right coming at you today with another deck profile. This one's gonna be on one of my mostly one of my favorite decks, and this one today is gonna be for Fenrir V Series V Premium, or that they call it now. So before I start the deck, I just want to give you guys just take that 1 second and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and from if you need to see any of the deck today I'm presenting today, it'll be on my Twitter. It's gonna be right in the description down below. Just retweet it just to get more people on this channel. I'm trying to see if this goes somewhere. So let's get on to the deck. So I've been looking online for a lot of different decks for Fenrir and been looking at a lot of different lists. And I think I cracked the code on the Fenrir builds. Not really me cracked it. My friend from Noah, from one part of another team, from our team. So today I'm gonna be starting. We're gonna go by grade threes and up and down. So the first one you gotta of course play. You gotta play four of Fenrir. So for those who don't know, this one his skill is. Let me read this. Act Vanguard once per turn. Soul Blast one or more cards. Search your deck for up to one card with the same grade as the sum of the grade of the cards soul blasted for this cost. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck and call a card from your hand to rear guard. So pretty much this is like a toolbox deck. It literally lets you search for any card in your deck depending how much cards you soul blasted. It also forces you to put a card in soul, so it pretty much helps refill your soul after you've been using it. So the second skill that makes it good, it's a Vanguard ability. Oh, technically has three skills. So the auto Vanguard once per turn when your card is put into Soul from drop zone. Oh, when cards when a card is put from your Soul into your drop zone, Count Blast one and call one of those cards to rear guard. So pretty much whatever you Soul Blast, you can potentially call it back to field. So that gives this deck a little bit more of a more attacks, if you could say. So instead of getting three attacks like normal Vanguard V Series cards usually get, not right now anyways, because most decks are doing that now. It gives you additional attacks. So instead of getting three, you get four attacks with it. And the last part of the skill is when it attacks, you can Soul Blast one, and this card gets plus 10,000. So pretty much it gives himself a little bit of boost because yeah, for Force decks run Force ones and Force two. So if you're running Force two with this deck, and he's you could at least give him an extra boost if you have no boosters in the back. All right, that's four of them. So the next card we're playing now is from the same set. We're playing three Vandergander. I'm sorry if I make sure I pronounce that right. So I tried it with four, but I think three is the sweet spot to hit for this deck. Let me just center this a little bit. So his skill is Vanguard Rearguard Auto, one place, Soul Blast one, choose one of your opponent's rearguard and retire it. If this card is on Vanguard, choose all your opponent's rearguards and retire them instead. So pretty much this is a very powerful skill. So on rearguard, it lets you potentially retire your unit that's been annoying your opponents trying to protect it. And also if it's on Vanguard, it still does something by, if you're facing stealth decks that have a really big board, this punishes them very easily. So the second skill, auto on rearguard. This is rearguard ability. At the end of battle, it attacked a Vanguard. Put this card into your soul. Look up top three cards of your deck, and put one card from among them on top of your deck, and put one card from among them on the bottom of your deck, and the rest into your soul. So pretty much this gives you like a future sight into what your deck, what you're going to be getting. So if you're not going to be hitting triggers, you can put those cards on deck into your soul, into the bottom of your deck, and then put the card in. So it pretty much gives you a way to potentially make sure that you're hitting triggers. But sometimes it does backfire because you can be hitting like, you can look up top three and then they all triggers. So it's a win-win situation. But the biggest skill you want to use is the top one because it does help you selective retire. And the second one is really good also because it does give you that plus three. Not plus three, look up top three to be able to find to make sure to see what you're about to hit, so you can put your attack accordingly. So we only play three of them. So the next grade three in the deck, we're playing Uh, let's see, 9 grade 3s. So the next one is I don't think most of you guys know this. Probably didn't see this yet. So I haven't seen anybody use this. So we're playing two of sorry if I'm pronouncing Eternal Goddess Ewaningham. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that name wrong. Reading's hard. So, her skill is Act, Vanguard or Rearguard. Once per turn, you can Soul Blast 3 cards, draw a card, put a card from your hand into your soul, and increase the unit's attack by 2 times of the shield of the card put into your soul. So, pretty much, this is pretty much um, giving you an extra power by being able to put cards from your hand into a soul and doubling whatever shield value they have. So you put a 15k crit into a soul. So instead of she can be getting 30k extra power on top of herself without any boosters or triggers. So you're trying to on that fourth attack to make sure that maybe she's on board, because that can be after a while with the grind of the game you can potentially really hit your opponent for big numbers. So I'm only playing 2 of her. You could play 3, you could play 4, but I think 2 is the sweet spot because I'm a little bit of a type of person that I don't like to play too many grade 3s in my deck, because I have a tendency of drive checking too many grade 3s, and if you don't have that much ways to get rid of them or thin out your deck, I think 9 is probably the sweet spot for me. It depends on the deck too. So the next card I'm playing, we're going to grade 2s now. We're playing 4 of this old congratulation card. So this is Sword Board of the Starry Night Euxis. Sorry again if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So this card is potentially one of your draw outlet and a soul charge. So pretty much on rearguard, what it does is auto. At the end of battle, it attacked a Vanguard. Put this card into a soul, draw a card, and soul charge. So pretty much, if you have this card on board, it gives you an attack, and not only that, it gives you potentially like a drive check and a soul charge to help you build up your soul, so that when you ride into Fenrir, you have a soul to be able to use things to toolboxes and get whatever you need. It also get rid of also in a way gets rid of himself, so that if when you're attacking, you're about to get the next when you attack, say you attack with him first, and you're about to attack with Fenrir, and he gets rid of him, he leaves the field, so it opens up a rear guard circle, so that when you use Fenrir's skill, you get another unit on board just to be able to attack with, so that you're not really losing anything. You're technically plussing because you do draw a card and then soul charge. So you might end up soul charging one of the grade 3s that you need and be able to call it out. So we play him at 4. So the next card we're playing, this is from, and I know you guys remember this, from the Astro Poet. This is really a good card because it's another way for you to soul charge and see what's on top of your deck, and then organize your deck the way you need to. Pretty much you want to get to look at top 2, you put 1 card in. So, but it also gives you the ability to be able to say you're missing you miss your grade 3 right, and you look up top 2, you see the grade 3, you put it on top, so that you're able to fix your right, or if it hits a trigger. So his name is Pronexes of Dancing Lights. So his ability is Vanguard, Rearguard, 1 place, look up top 2 cards of your deck, put a card from among them into your soul, and put the 1 card on top of your deck. And his other secondary skill, you don't really use it much, people don't use it, but it is there to help. So it's a rearguard ability. When it attacks, if your opponent's Vanguards are grade 3 or greater, one of your Vanguards, and this unit gets plus 5,000. So pretty much it gives the Vanguard himself a little power boost if he's on the board, he's attacking. So it could potentially make Fenrir, instead of 23k, if it's on Force 2, it could be 10 to 28k. And sometimes numbers do matter, so that 5k you never know might matter. So I play 4 of him. So the other card I'm playing, and this one came with the Fenrir deck. So we're playing 4. We have to max him out because it's another one of our big attackers. And Unpleasantable Bitter Galaprine. So her ability is 1 place, you could count, this is Vanguard Rearguard. 1 place, Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your card from your soul and return it to hand. So pretty much, when she's on Vanguard, you can still Counter Blast and Soul Blast and get a card back. So she's another toolbox in your soul that literally potentially gives you any card. Like say once you activate your skill, you need that grade 3 in soul because you actually soul charge all your Fenrirs. You need something in your hand so you can be able to ride for grade 3 next turn. She's that card right there. So you can Counter Blast, Soul Blast, Soul Blast the Fenrir and you add the Fenrir to your hand. Just make sure I'm right. And their second ability is this one's on Vanguard. When it attacks you, Soul Blast one. This unit gets plus 10,000. So right now this gives you another big attack. So after you can use it with Fenrir's skill and call her out, you get a card from your soul to your hand. So potentially you could get the grade 3. You could get the, say, a crit sentinel or a PG from your that's been sitting in your soul. You need it so you can be able to guard next turn. It gives you that option. And also she gives herself power so that you still be able to hit even after that. Unless they hit triggers, then it's kind of hard. But if you have a booster, she's automatically, or let's see, plus 10k, that's 20k. A booster behind her, that's 28k. If the booster has a ability, that could be a potentially 33k. Any force could be a 43. So really, she can get big also. So at least you get another big attack. So I'm playing 4 of her. So that rounds us to a total of 12 grade 2s. So now we're going to the grade 1s. So the grade 1s, I've been messing around with it a little bit. So it's really up to how you feel. How do you want to play the deck? And first one I'm going to say that I play 4 of Myth Beast Haiti. I'm making sure, yep, that sounds like Haiti to me. So its ability is Continual Vanguard, Rear Guard. During your turn, if you Soul Blasted for a cost that's it's usually get plus 5k. So pretty much this card is a 13k booster. So, and it could be a 13k attacker, so it does hit over any force decks. So at least if you have nothing on board and you have them, you actually Soul Blast that turn, it could potentially be a 13k attacker, so that'll still be hitting. But the other skill that just really makes it good is Vanguard Rear Guard Auto. One place you Soul Charge 2. So pretty much you need it so you can Soul Charge cards from your hand, from the top of your deck, so that you can build up your soul so Fenrir can have soul to be able to do what it's supposed to be doing. So I'm playing it at 4. Alright, next card I'm playing, it's pretty much a little tech. I haven't really tested this card out yet, but I'm trying to. So this card is one that came from the Astro Poet set, Astral Plane, whatever they call it. This one is Vanguard Rear Guard. One place you draw a card, and you put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. And if it's on Vanguard, you can Soul Charge 2. So pretty much, I play this card because it's a way to filter out the deck and put. Say you're drawing too many triggers, you place her down, you draw a card and put the heal that you had in your hand for the longest back on the bottom of your deck. So a way to keep filtering out your deck. And her second ability that makes her good also is at the end of battle, it boosted. You can Soul Blast 2 cards and return it to your hand. So pretty much you can draw your card when you place it, filter, and then at the end you can Soul Blast 2 and automatically bounce it to your hand. Also, it will trigger Fenrir's skill because you're Soul Blasting 2 cards. So if you don't have any Counter Blast to do anything, so you actually have something to be able to Soul Blast to make this guy active. So I'm playing her at 4. So the next one they're playing is the Grade 3 Searcher. So I know what you know what this card does. I don't really have to explain it. So it's there to help you get your right Grade 3 in like you need. So it lets you look up top 5 and add a Grade 3, and your discard equal to the amount of grade. You discard a card after you add if you do add a Grade 3. But the other ability that makes her good is also during your turn if you Soul Blast for a cost this turn. This unit gets plus 5,000, so it's pretty much another 13k booster or 13k attacker. So if you notice a theme of this deck, you want to be able to get power and be able to smash into your opponent as much as possible and pressure them, because the deck you are soul charging a lot and you still run into the ability of decking yourself out. So I'm playing this at 4, and the next one we're playing is you gotta play the 4 heals. You gotta play the new heals. They look nice. I like those. You gotta play 4 crit. 8 crit, sorry. You gotta play 8 crit. And then you gotta play 4 draw PGs. This one I'm still testing out. I think I might go with the 2 crit sentinels and 2 draws PGs because I feel like it might be better. Because With the other grade 3 skill, I'm sorry, let me just look that up for you. If I have the crit sentinel, I can potentially put the crit sentinel into my soul, and then she can get an extra plus 60k because she doubles whatever you put into soul for her cost. So that pretty much could be really good. And just to get a little more draws, I could probably would bump. I might change it by bumping up the. I'll probably take out one more crit and put at least another draw in there. But it's really up to you. You could play 7 crit, 5 draws. You could play 6/6. It's really up to you. You could play more draws than crits. So that's really up to your preference. But I think with the crits and all, this deck will be a lot better because now you, instead of this guy can be like 73k by herself. And if you have a force 2 behind, that's a critical your opponent has to deal with. And a booster behind, a 13k booster, that's 80 something. So I hope you guys like this deck today. If you have any questions, anything, leave down in the comments below. And if you do need to see the deck in its full glory, you can go down to my Twitter, Night Rider. I'm gonna put the description down below, so you can see what the deck looks like. And if you have any comments from there, you can let me know. This is Jason from Team Night Ride signing out.